Bex?
Oh,
I mean, what are you protecting him from? I mean, Connor might take an interest, but other than that, I don't think anyone is back at the area.
Santana's still there, isn't he?
He is, but
Oh.
he's kind of he's playing the fiddle in the middle of a group. A bunch of bikers are kind of clapping along with him. Ironically, I think it's because they're all drunk, and rather than he's playing actual good
Okay.
music.
Well, I'm trying to shield him from view then.
They're just a bunch of shit-eating hipsters, so they're clapping ironically.
Well, I'm just trying to shield him from view then as I try and get him to go back into my backpack.
He gets 2 successes.
Yeah, they're having a great time.
You'd have to roll another dice.
Oh,
The
that's
10
right.
would have exploded.
Yep, 3 successes.
Santana's gonna be he missed my
Santana
dragon.
plays the best he's ever played.
Yeah.
At this point, I think I'd probably stumble backwards. It's probably early morning. I'm stumbling back towards the garage. I don't know, singing some.
Like, are we doing a time skip then?
You don't last at all.
Hey, that's 2 successes.
Ah!
I don't know. I'd say that one takes away one, but you know, that's the way I've played. So you got 1 success. So you know, a good 15 minutes.
Wait, so are we doing a?
Hold on, should I have added fortitude in? I didn't know we were actually doing this.
You're the one who's rolling here, but All right. Anyway, what were you saying, Bex?
I don't know. Like
I'm
think,
kind of confused. Are we?
Well, what are we doing? How are we doing this?
Everyone's
'Cause I'm
coming
not-
back home except for Kieran, who is in the midst of lovemaking and you know doing his thing.
He'll be
Okay,
back in a
well,
couple
I'm, like,
hours.
Sleeping, curled up around my dragon, who is also sleeping and purring, snoring. Adorable.
Her snoring.
Uh-huh.
Now, would you have let the wolfhound join the cuddle puddle?
What?
It's
What wolfhound?
My wolfhound, Connor.
I mean-
the big fucking wolfhound who's hanging around fucking the garage.
The wolf, yes.
Okay.
The wolf's not there, just the wolfhound.
Yeah.
Or,
Karnas, are you spending
Sure.
the night with this mysterious lady, or are you
Oh no. No,
slipping out in the wee hours of the morning?
I slip out in the wee hours of the morning.
All right, you come back to There's a big lump of people and dog. Maeve has actually joined them as well.
Well, she would have had to have joined them after I got back.
That's true, because she
'Cause
switches
she is
back
my
and
ride.
forth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking you guys were within walking distance of the Maeve was maybe a mile away, because you know drinking and driving is a bad thing, and we don't condone that here.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't condone it, but some people do it. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Anyhoozle, so the sun rises. Everyone awakes to hear sounds of some repair. A few shouts here and there from the camp. Seems a few of the bikers woke up earlier. Yeah. So what is everyone doing now?
Well, actually, when I came back at the wee hours of the morning, the first thing I would have done was looked around to see if I know nobody died in our group. Did anybody die over by the gas station? I would have gone and looked to see if there was anyone there.
If any
There's-
bikers had died.
There's a good amount
Yeah.
of blood, but you can't seem to find any bodies.
Well, then that's that.
Alright, well, I try and get my dragon to go back in the backpack, and he refuses. So he curls up around my shoulders. And, I go off to try and find the, head biker person to ask, you know, kind of like figure out what our next moves are, what our plan is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you come across Sam in the middle of the garage, kind of working on one bike. He's got one of the bike tars next to him, and they seem to be in conversation until you until they see you walking, and they stop. And the bike tar leaves, looking a little bit angry. And Sam motions for you to come over.
Can I run a perception check to see if I heard any part of their conversation?
Sure.
Ah, it's doing the thing again. Do I add a modifier to that? I don't really think I have one.
Awareness.
Yeah,
maybe.
that would be the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, I don't have anything in awareness.
Oh, you so silly.
Okay, I got 3.
Right. Yeah. The bike tar is from what you heard, he seems angry. There's a few words about making a move into the city by force if necessary because he doesn't like these fights that are going on. And Sam says they need to do it with the approval of the higher ups. Otherwise, there'll be more chaos down the line. And the bike tire doesn't seem to agree with that. But by the time he wanted to say something back, you had arrived, and he is now trucking off.
So, I ask, is this something that happens often then?
He shrugs his shoulders and says, there's been a few fights here or there, but nothing with wolves before.
I frown and ask him to elaborate.
Oh, a few monsters here or there, maybe a rogue Scion. Who thinks
Is it one person who's sending these after you, or is it just random attacks? Because I don't really believe in coincidence.
He shrugs his shoulders again.
I'd probably walk over at this point. Morden.
He pretends to tip a hat to you.
I'm gonna follow Rory because heaven knows what he's gonna do next.
So you said Fafnir is the one who needs a big boot up his arse, did you?
He chuckles at that. If you can give him one, by all means.
You do know, Rory, not everything has to be solved with a fist.
No, but it makes it easier.
Something tells me that's not gonna happen in this case.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know about you, but I've never tangled with a god. He's not a real one. How about you, Sam?
I look over. Do I? So your dragon is around your neck now?
Yeah, he's like perched, kind of like those like the mink coats that have like the tail on one side and the head on the other.
It's called a stole.
No, a stole's on the front. This is like a back thing. It's like a collar of dragon.
A dragon.
He likes to hide in my hair.
So can we see it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd be like, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, what's that you got there? And I would
just turn and growl.
I would attempt
trying to
like scratch its nose.
I growl and like keep it like close to me and like back off.
I put my hands up. I'm like, okay. Pardon me.
You'd think this one was raised by wolves.
I frown and just look at him. You have no idea what I've gone through to keep him safe.
I can make a guess.
I frown harder.
Lady, he has a fucking wolf that turns into a motorcycle. You don't think that the norms would be wanting to dissect that beastie, do you?
Who said I had to keep it safe from the norms?
Fair enough.
So again, Sam's shrugging his shoulders and chuckling over at this little exchange. And he looks at you, Bex, and pretends to frown and starts laughing again, because he can't get his face to frown quite as hard as yours is.
So, Sam, tell us more about this Fafnir. What's it?
Oh, standard things. He's one of the stronger people in the area. Seems to take a liking to the city of Columbus. And me and my gang were hoping to move in there, possibly set up shop. And he took offense to that. So here we are out here trying to negotiate, and that
Now,
seems
did
to
he
be
take
it.
offense to you setting up shop, or did he take offense to you encroaching?
He shrugs his shoulders again. didn't really want to talk to me. He was talking. It was a go. There was a go between us, and from what she said, he didn't really want to have us in the city.
And that was all. Nothing more.
He shrugged his shoulders again. Some people you just don't really argue with.
Oh, I understand that plenty. My mum's one of them. However,
I-
is it just the fact that you're Greek he doesn't like, or is it the fact that you're immortal?
Could be both, I suppose. Fafnir, from what I know, tends to take more offense to people of German descent.
You don't
I
seem
mean-
very German to me.
Got a bit on me mom's side, but other than that,
Well, at some point we're gonna have to cross through Columbus, so I guess we'll find out if he's angry at more than just you.
I'm
Oh,
just not really sure why exactly we're going to do what you're telling us to do. I have no reason to believe that you're telling the truth. Actually, I'm fairly certain that you're not telling the truth. Unless you give me some more information about why we're going there, why he's mad at you, what we're going to be doing, I'm not sure I really trust you.
Relax, darling. We're not going to do anything unless it's within an easy means. And then we've got ourselves a rather old Greek Scion that owes us a favor, now don't we?
Sam nods his head at this.
He's more than a Scion, though, isn't he? Didn't we establish that?
Technically, he's still a scion, but
He's like upper demigod level.
yeah,
Okay.
give him another 100 years, and he'd probably be a god of something.
Okay.
God of not saying anything straight.
There's a few other people who would give him a run for his money, but at the
Well,
moment,
isn't that is it so God of RPG NPCs?
that? Nah, we'll leave that to Overlord Lashak. Praise be his name.
I'm gonna gently put my hand on Elwin's shoulder. We're under no obligation to do anything. If things work out, we'll see what we can negotiate. If not, then at least we've been warned.
Ultimately, there are things that I find more precious than trying to solve riddles from someone that I don't necessarily trust.
Aye, life is one of those. So,
I mean,
I
what
understand.
would you rather be doing? We can either do this or we can head for Southern California with what's his fuck? I already forget his name.
Mr. Brunner?
I mean,
Brenner.
Brenner.
Or we could just go off. You could just go off and do whatever you want. I mean, these are the two most interesting options at hand, in my reckoning.
And that's another question entirely. We haven't discussed Brenner amongst ourselves.
ultimately, I am searching for something, and unfortunately, I feel like you might be the best people to find that with. Being as it may, should we get ourselves into a situation that ends up being unjust, I might find there is no other option but to leave. I'd prefer to not, safety in numbers and all. And as I say
Well,
that, I look kind of nervous, and I kind of, like, unconsciously start petting the dragon. He's, like, chirping. He's so cute.
He's adorable.
Oh, yeah, just like that.
Sam's laughing. It seems we have another person who's not saying anything straight.
I frown.
He tries to do the same face back at you.
Elwin, if you keep that up, your face is gonna get stuck like that. Did no one ever tell you that?
All right,
Well-
then you'll look like Kieran.
And
The
this
difference
is how I
is,
know.
Sam, that some people don't give the straight answer when they're asked the question, and others just prefer not to give it when there's no question at all.
Fair enough, darling.
Alright, well, the facts of the matter remain as such. He's not gonna tell us anything more. I can't beat his ass, Rory can't beat his ass, and you sure as hell can't beat his ass. So,
Nah, but I want another go at that wolf riding bitch that we saw last night. I almost
I
had
know
her.
you do. Something unfortunately tells me we're gonna have far too many goes at those ladies. So let's head where we're headed. Are we gonna continue on with
Well,
Brenner?
we have to go even if we're heading south. So we might as well go there and see what the deal is.
That's my thinking. What do you think, Elwin?
Fair
Are you
enough.
up for it?
I mean, being up for it was never really the question, but yes, I will follow you. I just pray this does not lead to an even worse situation than the one we're currently in. Or I
So
am currently
Sammy,
in.
how the fuck are we supposed to get in touch with this Fafnir once we get into the city?
He shrugs his shoulders. He contacted me.
You're not very helpful, are you?
Something tells me he'll get in touch with us.
I work with bikes,
Fair enough.
not people.
And then, did he approach you directly, or did he approach an underling?
He said an underling.
This
No, he said there was a.
Go between.
this woman approached me when I was in the city. When one of my followers was in the city. Her name was Allison. That's all I got. She seemed to be one of us, but
Did you get a last name, chance?
again shrugs his shoulders.
What was that?
The people I work with aren't exactly the most intelligent. Told me her name was Allison. Seeing that she was very
It's probably
charismatic.
Allison, someone's daughter or something like that.
Well, obviously. Did you get a description at the very least? Intelligent isn't the same as unperceptive.
Blonde-haired, blue-eyed, built like a truck would be my guess.
Actually, of medium height, longer dark hair, Asian descent. Other than that, no.
Well, that's interesting.
And bound to stand out, especially amongst a bunch of Aesir. Thank you, Sam. That's more than we could have, more than we would have had before.
Again, he nods.
I do not trust this woman.
I don't trust any of this.
I don't trust anyone.
Oh, that's not true. Yeah, trust Cairn.
Yes. Fine. But don't tell anyone.
Alright, I say let's get underway. Are we still gonna escort this, Renner?
Sam, can you guys get Brenner's truck all fixed up and send it along after us?
He looks at you kind of funny. The truck was never damaged. Just some odd people inside of it, from what I heard.
Okay, well, the wheels were blown off by his guns.
True story.
And there
True
were
story.
spears shoved through the back of the door.
Minor things. The engine's still okay.
Well,
Will it-
can they? Well, so can you give it a fucking tire change and send it on after us?
Give me an hour and I can send you with the truck itself.
That's all we needed to know then.
Very well.
By the way, when our friend wakes up, the one with the blue horse, could you
Let's just
let us
throw
kn-
him in
let
the
him know
back.
where we went? In the back of what?
The truck.
Oh, I thought we were heading on before.
We can wait an hour and it'll be ready.
All right, I'll do that then. Kieran's gonna go and have his typical breakfast of eggs and Jameson.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. Well, is there there's got to be like a greasy spoon nearby?
Yeah, same. The place that you guys went, which is about a mile away, it's a pub.
Okay.
So they do a very limited breakfast menu.
Okay.
Eggs and eggs, bitches.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone goes off, I assume, and grabs a bite to eat. And within an hour, everyone comes back. The truck is fixed up with a few patches of metal over spots where the spear went through the back. But new wheels, and the thing definitely looks like it'll be able to take the road again.
Oops.
Nice.
Mr. Brunner is kind of standing in front of the truck reading a book.
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Are you rolling to see how drunk you're getting?
Yes, he is.
Apparently not drunk at all.
Nope, not at all.
That's hearty Scion blood in you.
That's called Irish blood.
Exactly.
It's made entirely of Guinness and Everest.
Speak for yourself. I prefer Murphy's. Always have.
Well, it's just a saying, Rory. We all know Murphy's is better.
Anyway, let's get this show on the road.
So, am I in the truck, or do we have another mode of transportation? Because
Two
I
of
don't
us
have
have
a.
motorcycles. There is the passenger cat seat of the truck.
Unless the the dragon can drive you or fly you.
Yeah.
The dragon can drive me.
Hey, I wouldn't underestimate its intelligence. It's pretty smart.
That's true.
I mean, unless Maeve can like manifest a sidecar.
Can Maeve manifest a sidecar?
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think
Is
your
that a thing?
motorcycle was initially built for a passenger seat on the back.
Well, no, but you can. Yeah, no. You can always sit on the back, but whether or not there's a sidecar is another story.
she cannot manifest a sidecar, unfortunately.
Aw.
I'm gonna step onto Maeve and I'm gonna offer my hand to Elwyn to see if she wants to ride. Otherwise, whatever.
I'll hop up on the back and tell the dragon to hold tightly to me, and he just seems really excited.
Now does
He's like the
Kieran's
complete
jacket?
opposite of me.
Does
He's like
Kieran's
super
jacket-
happy and just like